Oh, God. Sometimes things are just a chore. Anyway, hi.
What's going on, folks?
Welcome to whatever the name of this podcast
Dudes on
is.
Rom-Com?
Yeah, that. That's Dennis.
What's going on?
And I'm Jerald. And we just sat through The Sweetest Thing.
Yeah.
Which feels like a lie.
Yeah, it's a rom-com, but it didn't feel like a traditional rom-com.
No, it felt like
Parody.
It felt like a parody of the Farrelly brothers.
Farley? I thought it was...
Farrelly?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
The guys who made
Something About Mary.
With this exact same woman.
Yeah.
Except for she didn't get jism in her hair.
Yeah.
Instead, Selma Blair got it on a dress. So, but there's still misplaced spunk in the movie.
Right. And then you had the guy, the owner of the dry cleaner place, like put his tongue on it.
Yeah, no.
Because he didn't know what it was.
That's gross. Okay,
so why would you do that? That's disgusting.
So the trappings of this movie start out with they're apparently filming all these random dudes that Cameron Diaz, whose name in the movie I do not remember, never took note of,
Christina.
and do not care. Sure.
Christina Walters?
Okay.
Whatever, yeah.
Fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I even read it, and I didn't. It didn't hit the.
Didn't register.
Nope, not at all, because I don't care.
It's like you're drinking, and it's not your brain is doing the leapfrog thing where it's not recording anymore.
Yeah, no. It records the events. It filters out certain information, like the thing I don't care about, which is Cameron Diaz. Yeah. So they're just filming these guys. One of them, dude from Warehouse 13, who's very angry about the fact that he left her.
Oh, dude, super angry. Like, he has issues. Mental issues and physical issues that stem from mental issues.
Yeah, like he's clearly had some definite dirt done in his past. Like, there's a possibility that, like, do you think he's got mommy issues? I think he's got a lot of mommy issues.
Yeah, definitely. And abandonment issues, super abandonment issues.
Yeah, it was weird. He, for some reason, was on a bike.
Stationary bike,
riding as hard as possible with a hat on indoors, which I find creepy personally.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe the hair plugs didn't take yet. You know, like in real life, not like in the movie, but like.
Oh. Yeah, he's like, can I keep the hat on, director? Can I keep it on?
Yeah.
Like, why?
It just feels like a real, I don't know. And there was a dude who with his bleeding nose for no good reason.
Oh yeah, like he had trauma.
Which I mean, she did trauma. And there's like a bunch of other dudes that I don't.
What is it? Frank Grillo? Frank Grillo.
Crossbones.
Yeah, Crossbones.
The Punisher that never was.
Yeah. He would have been a good Punisher.
He would have been a good Punisher. Yeah. And if you want proof of that, watch the second...
Purge.
Yeah. Where he's basically the Punisher.
And he's also in the third one, which I haven't
seen.
He's also in the third one,
but he's protecting a politician in that
one.
I hear it's good. I haven't watched it yet. But in the second one... Rocking out in his all black with his assault rifle,
he's driving
and his
around
bulletproof car.
Yeah, exactly. A car that he tripped out, all bulletproof and everything.
Yeah. That guy.
He's got kill skills.
Yeah, he's totally ex-military.
Exactly. So
spoiler, dead kid. You know, like he's Frank Castle.
Yeah, except in another universe that's not the Marvel universe.
Yeah. That and he has compassion at the end.
Yeah.
Unlike the Punisher, if you watched.
Yeah, dude.
If you watched
Punisher
in Daredevil.
Oh my God. He's definitely Punisher Max.
He's the realest Punisher they've ever.
Yeah.
We've ever
He's like,
seen.
I don't care. So I don't care.
Because he is the most violent, the most I don't care, takes the most damage and keeps on moving.
Yeah.
Because, you know, and we're going to get to how this connects, because I'm about to talk about Tom Jane.
Oh, yes. It's this thing that keeps
because Tom Jane stabbed a guy in the face, like right under the chin, and right up and killed him.
Right.
And that was pretty intense. But TV's Punisher shot a man in the face with a shotgun point blank.
Yeah.
Boom, done.
Yeah. And brains and bone and just...
And it wasn't like, I did something important. It's more like, who's next?
Yeah.
After he was drilled in the toe and pulled a razor blade out of his own arm that he put there hours earlier.
And he also beat a bunch of people to death with his bare hands in prison.
Yeah, but that wasn't the same night as the shotgun.
No, it wasn't.
It's messed up. Anyway, what I'm saying is Tom Jane is weak. And in this movie, he is all kinds of weak.
Yeah.
But, okay.
But he's soft, pudgy Tom Jane. He's got a little punch, punch. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a little baby fat in his face.
Yeah.
Little softness, little like...
Definitely before Punisher and everything else.
Yeah, before he was drinking wild turkey straight out of the bottle. But, by the way, so we, immediately you watch this movie, you have the clock, who's the terrible person?
Yes.
and by the fact that there's this litany of people who she's left in her wake.
Yeah.
Seemingly without a care in the world.
She's got a fucking blood count, man. Body count.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Cameron Diaz, terrible person, which I would vouch for in real life.
She's got red in her sexual ledger.
Yes. She's got a lot of red in that ledger. Oh, God. But I say her, just in the beginning, she's a terrible person.
Right.
Then we meet all her friends.
It's established.
We meet her friends. Christina Applegate, who she does not live with.
No.
I guess.
Yeah, but the other one she does.
But Selma Blair she lives with.
Yeah.
Who has apparently just gone through a breakup.
Yeah, she's fucking around with this big slinger dong now.
Well, yeah, okay. So then they go to the club.
Oh yeah,
in a club.
Oh yeah.
Where
that actually may be appropriate, that little slang.
In the club
for that time period, I think.
I don't remember.
Maybe it was too soon.
Might be too soon. Look, I
believe that was like 2000, 2001.
Yeah, so they're hanging out in this club trying to find some pedangus to go home with. For everyone, really, but mostly for Selma Blair.
They're gonna share it.
Look, man, there are some videos out there.
Yeah, oh yeah, there's definitely lots of footage out there, like hours of footage.
There's some footage. Some of it's in real time.
Yeah, some of it's lost footage.
So some of it has like weird, like now we're gonna dress up and go places video, like you're like, oh yeah, now we're just talking, and he just has the video on me, and Ray J's just talking. Anyway,
wow.
He's like, just shut up, Ray J. Cut to the good parts.
Yeah, please.
Why did you put this together like this? Who stole this video and then edited all the boring stuff back in?
Yeah.
Why are you people wearing clothes? Anyway, so they're at the club, the brightestly lit club I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
It's so, I mean, you can see everyone and everything, and mostly the clubs that I know about, you try to keep it a little dark so people can do things, like touch each other in the corners,
or give someone an exam,
or give someone VD.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, their bathrooms are amazing because they have windows in the doors.
Yeah. Yeah, not just like, you can't really see through it. No, the full through, you can see through it.
Yeah, no, it's blue, though. So it's tinted windows.
Oh, so you get to see everything in there.
But they have lights on the inside, so you can see everything.
Yeah.
Because it's a very well lit.
And the chicks in his bathroom are just filling on Christina's boobs.
Because they're fake.
Yeah, like, they're fake. And she's like, oh, yeah, you can just feel them.
Just touch them. And she's totally cool with it. Yeah. There's like 6 women just all up on her, touching the breast meat.
Just touching on them.
Just hanging all over.
And dudes who are seeing this are just like, oh my god, just like falling over
each
other.
I like to point out, when this movie was made, the internet still existed.
Yeah. And
as far as I know, after the military gave up the internet and released it to the people, there's been pornography on the internet.
Yeah.
Just saying. Yeah. Ever since Al Gore invented that thing.
Yeah, I don't understand that whole story behind Al Gore, quote-unquote, inventing the internet.
He didn't say he invented it. He basically said something about legislation to allow it to exist.
Oh. Okay.
That's what he said, in a way. So, something like that, blah, blah, blah. I invented the internet is how it was all spun.
Oh. So the whole entire thing about the military having the internet is actually a true thing?
Oh, no, the military invented the internet. The idea of, like, computers talking like that over distance. That's a military invention.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying, yeah.
Yes, gotcha. But allowing it to go to the public sector,
yeah,
where it became the internet.
Yeah.
Yes, that was a whole.
I bet you those people in the military who thought this process never thought what it is now. They never really had the concept like,
it's more like, we're going to use this really screechy box to type a thing to that guy, and it's going to take 40 minutes to get all the way to
what? You can do this, music, everything, and porn, and tons of porn, and tons of porn.
We're going to be able to stream everywhere. 1080p, 4K pornography to your laptop.
Just naked people everywhere. It's like, Jesus.
He's like, I invented this so that we could have uninterrupted
so we can take out, like, the bad guys over there.
So we could kill these Lebanese people. I don't know when they invented it, but I feel like...
It's like, there's something had to do with the Middle East.
Like, honestly, throw a dart in the Middle East, we were probably trying to kill them.
There you go.
Anyway, so they're in the club, and Cameron Diaz just sexually assaults Tom Jane.
Yeah.
I'm trying to leave the real world out of this.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Of when, like, sometimes people get sexually assaulted at parties.
Oh, yeah. And then they don't know who did it, and they look at the person directly behind them, and the wrong person gets blamed.
Who didn't do it at all.
At all. And you're like, and like, what? I didn't do it. It's like,
yeah, then you said no, I had no idea what was happening until after it happened. Who was the one who was slapping the rear parts?
Real parts, high parts.
Said green shirted lady?
Yes.
I don't know. I just know that I got the accusatory look.
Like, oh, what?
But then completely let it go and then walked away.
Yeah.
Like you sit there and you're like,
so what was that about? Like, really?
should I talk to you about this? Like, I feel like it's not okay that you totally let that go. Did you let it go because I'm supposed to do something? Because I don't get that vibe necessarily. I don't know what's wrong here, but I feel like something's wrong here. Anyway, I just felt very weird at that party being like one of 3 black people.
All those parts are very weird.
It was like in like the most janky.
Yeah, because it was in South Orange.
Yeah, oh man, surrounded by nothing. But
home of the brave, right?
But middle to upper class white kids doing drugs.
Yeah. Jesus.
But anyway, so Tom Jade and Cameron Diaz, they have their little meet cute. I love when meet cutes start out as bitter fights about sexual assault.
Yeah.
And then turn to
like,
love.
What?
You touched me. You grabbed me.
No, I was just trying to hook you up with my friend by touching my ass when
and unwarranted in this space. What if it turned into that? What if it because this whole movie is basically like structured where like she's the man and he's the woman basically.
Yeah.
And then you just pretty much like, oh, they flipped roles except for that part where it's completely unacceptable for a man to just grab a woman in a club,
right?
And then she's supposed to fight him, like have an argument about it, and it's like, hey, turns out we actually love each other,
right?
Like that's just not cool.
Granted, this is a movie and it had to be scripted this way. What if it went the other way?
Oh man,
he would just be like, just looked and be like, and just walked, like, oh, okay.
I think it's the first episode of Ballers. But not where he bangs her in the bathroom. But
right.
The one who was like rejected or something like that. And he gets to a fight in the club and then he gets in trouble.
Yeah. Jesus.
I didn't watch anything really past that.
I watched like 3 more episodes after that. And it was just like, I was just like, okay.
You pretty much only watch it because The Rock is an impressive specimen.
Yeah, I mean, then you watch it and it's like, okay.
How are you that big and funny, but Danny McBride has to be fat to be funny?
Yeah.
That feels wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then Jason Bateman shows up.
Yeah. He played
a sex pest.
Yeah. He played his brother, which is like, okay.
He played a sex pest. He was the kind of guy, because look, he rolls up with third guy. And the
third guy has a girl who vomits.
There's 2 drunk women with them, and they're like, these 2 are ready to go. That means they are far past the point where consent is a thing they can give.
So they purposely, like a lot of guys do, get girls drunk to the point where it's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
What's going on?
He's a sex pest. He's a sex pest. And by the way, the third guy totally banged that drunk one. You know he did. That's
why they didn't talk about it.
Exactly.
That's when I was like, oh my god.
That's why that entire storyline was dropped and never talked about again. Because that guy did a rape.
He did a rape.
He pulled a full-on Roethlisberger.
Oh, God.
Go Steelers.
Jeez.
Oh, come on. You know he did it.
Yeah, he probably did.
Anyway, so this thing that happens where there's 2 people in this club, which, by the way, the music is very low at, and the lights are very, very bright.
Yeah. Full alert.
And you can have full conversations at a regular volume at a club, which is, by the way, why I hate clubs, because you can't do any of that.
And then they have the flip side of that, lounges, which are basically clubs where you can sit down.
And still, there's less light in this, because you got to keep it low light. It's mood lighting. You know, the kind of lighting where if you have eye problems, you can't see anything.
I can't see it.
Everything's like weird, fuzzy, like what's happening here, and then they rob you blind. But not like they take your stuff. They just charge out of the
Oh, it's bottle service. Like what? I can't get a drink. No, you got to order a bottle. Be a man. Cough up the cash.
All right, can you give me a bottle of root beer? Like I don't want
birch beer. What's a birch beer?
Birch beer. Okay, $14. Is it a pint?
I would like someone to go up in a club and be like, "Let me get some birch." Like, what's that birch beer?
Birch beer. Got that birch beer.
Is that like no? I want actual birch beer.
I don't want like a hard birch beer. I just want.
Sir, we don't do it. No, you do.
Do you have root beer?
Just throwing out money. It's like, oh,
right, you
okay.
just make it rain. It's like, these are hundreds.
These are hundreds. Birch beer. We're doing this. It becomes a new hipster thing. It's like, no, you don't drink alcohol. You just drink like root beers and birch beers. And you drink like.
But you go to high-end clubs together.
Yeah. Some fucking stupid shit like that.
Oh man, you know, you just look so styling with those neck tattoos and undercut and that birch beer.
It's like adults, God, millennials. Adults who throw parties or go to like, oh, let's remember how like nostalgia. It's like, oh, remember when we used to go to clubs when you clips or not clubs but camps. It's like, oh, let's redo that. We should relive that as an adult. It's like, why would you want to do that? Like coloring parties.
Yeah.
Like they have those things.
Yeah,
it's like pizza parties. Like you're an adult. If you want to throw a pizza party, all you have to do.
It's not a pizza. It's a pizza camp.
Oh, pizza camp.
It's pizza camp.
Oh my God, really? It's like if you really want to do that, you know what you can do? Put up the money for it.
I know.
Get like 7 pies and be like, okay, I'm fat ass now. Like,
yeah, but like get some friends over. Like, you know what it's called? It's called the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Be adventurous. Just get some weird toppings. And then people are like, I'm not eating it. I was like, yes, you are. I bought it. Everyone's going to eat it. We're going to have this adventure together.
Yeah. just get some pizza. Just hang out. You know, get the one with like the things you can tear off on the crust.
Oh, yeah.
At some like horrible...
Oh, my God. Do they have the pigs in a blanket now? Do they have that yet? At Pizza Hut or whatever?
I don't know. Look, the one
I just know that's the next level. Is like actual pigs in a blanket as a crust.
Oh, you know, we saw the thing in England.
What do they have?
Where they had the like basically burgers in the crust, like small.
Okay, yeah.
Small burgers.
I know they have different things in their crust now. It's like I don't know what's.
Yeah, what. No. Our Pizza Hut pizza game is lacking because it's a gross pizza.
Yeah, well, it is. If you live on the coast. I don't know about, well, it all depends on if long there's Italians.
If you live on the East Coast,
yeah,
or possibly really is where there's Italians, because Pittsburgh has good pizza.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Long where there's Italians, you'll get some good pizza. I guess that's not like Domino's or Pizza Hut. Yeah, or not a chain.
Chicago has, I guess, good pizza too.
Yeah.
Different pizza.
It's different, but it's still pizza. It still tastes good.
We have not got past the club.
I know. All right, let's go.
Anyway, so Cameron Diaz, for some reason, has gone home alone. She cannot find her own Pedingus because she has fallen in love with Tom Jane.
Over like a conversation that was like maybe 5 minutes long.
Yeah. Which was interrupted by a drunken man trying to go date rape some women. Yeah. So she goes home alone and then sleeps on her couch, of which she has a bed because she's in her own apartment.
Yeah, they never explain why. She was like, "Oh, I'm just too tired. I'm just getting."
Yeah, I'm too tired to walk another 4 feet. Yeah. And get into my much more comfortable bed.
And she has a weird fantasy about Tom Jane.
Her dream is the kind of uncomfortable. It's a sex dream. Yeah. It's an oral sex dream.
Yeah, it's just Tom Jane going down on her.
While she eats ice cream.
Yeah, and it's just like, oh no, men don't like oral sex, so women don't have to suck the dingus.
No.
Ever again. Again.
They don't ever have to touch it.
No, and they don't like it. It's one of those things that was like brainwashed from the 50s or something. Yeah,
it's just a thing they learn. It's learned behavior.
Yeah, it's learned, like what? Like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. Because women don't want it touched by anything other than the vagina for the purposes of having children. Right. That is why all those people have been found with their pedinguses stuck in the pool filter. Yes. It's just it's not their fault. It has a certain amount of suction. It's like a vacuum when you put like dirt on the floor. It just sucks it up and you're like, oh my God, I'm stuck.
Turn off the filter. Turn off the filter.
Turn off. That's just what happens. That's real talk, man.
Yeah, I know. But do you think at a certain point that I don't know, maybe too much suction has built up that the blood can't be released? But do you think you'd be able to like it would come out?
Vacuum.
But you turn the vacuum. Oh, that's right. But still, you would think, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know.
A vacuum swollen, then yes. Look, I've never done it because I don't understand why you would. Yeah. First off, you're in a pool, you're in a public area. Keep your pants on. Keep your pants on.
Yeah, that's my thing. Even if you have your own pool, like you're a grown ass man, you're a grown ass person. Yeah. Like there's other you could handle this.
Buy a watermelon. Be an adult. Go to the produce section. Get a watermelon.
Yeah, especially if you live in a small town, you know there's always that chick that's just wants to throw down. Just
go to a rat infested bar. It's fine.
You know there's that chick that sits at that bar just like, one of you are going to go home with me. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, she looks like Beatty from The Wire. Or Blake Lively from Blake Lively's life. But like dirtier. Hanging out with Batman.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about the town.
Yeah, I know what
I'm
you're talking about.
not trying to slag off Blake Lively.
Yeah, I know.
Despite what I actually feel about Blake Lively.
Yeah, I think we know by now.
I don't know if we all know. I know you know.
Yeah.
But I will say, after that first baby, she bounced back quite fine. Now there's a second baby, so who knows?
Jesus, Ryan Reynolds is not slacking.
He's making sure she will not have a career. Although, to be fair, I hear her last movie was very good. I have not seen it.
Yeah, it was really good. I've seen it. It's pretty good.
Yes, it was not in theaters, and I was doing. I don't know what I was doing, but
It was one of those movies that was in and out of theaters.
Yeah, well, it was like under 90 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, this is fine.
It was on a lot of people's radar, but it was a good movie, so go see it.
I'll see it.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere.
Go see it. You mean sit here and watch it? Yeah.
Yeah,
see it.
I can do that. Anyway, so the next day they go to dry cleaners because whilst at the club, Selma Blair went off with some dude. They were like tonguing in a weird way in a fully lit club.
Yeah.
It's like
Mandingo Supreme.
It's just he's just hanging around. They're just tonguing each other on a couch.
Yeah, but it is super awkward tonguing. It was like two lizards like just meeting each other and tasting the air around each other, happen to tongues that touch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then she's wearing a dress that's not hers.
Yeah,
and it's Christina Applegate's dress. Who, by the way, these people are not the same size.
No,
like Christina Applegate is not a big woman.
No,
per
but
se,
she's definitely bigger than
Selma Blair was in this movie especially is skinny as a rail.
Yeah, and then when she marries that guy. I can't think of the son, Zappa. But yeah, I think Frank Zappa's son, and then she gets even skinnier.
Tweezel? Ahmed?
I don't know which one. It's the bald one with the glasses. Yeah, exactly.
Crap.
Yeah.
They were both on MTV at some point.
Yeah.
Show.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, damn, I don't remember. Anyway, so anyways, yeah, they start tonguing, and then they spend the night together after that. Which, by the way, he's just there. He's just there, and he's not. Like the man went to sleep with Selma Blair with clothes on. Like he went to her house with clothes on. Then he couldn't find the bathroom, but he didn't put pants on to get to the bathroom.
No, he just had like some little rag or something.
Yeah, he just found like a rag or someone's ruddy T-shirt and just draped it over his everything.
Yeah.
Which and then just went opening doors. Like,
is this the bathroom?
This is someone else's room?
Trial and error in bathroom.
Assaulting them with his padangas just hanging out. Which, by the way, was pierced. We'll find that out later. What?
Dun, dun, dun.
And she walks out like she has had a rough night.
Oh yeah, she's like, "Can I get some ice? I need some ice to pat me down. I need some ice."
Specifically in this genital region.
Yeah, because she's just holding it down like, oh, she got punched a bunch of
But you know what she found? Clothes.
Yeah.
Maybe it's one of those like naked situations like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, where clearly the turtles aren't wearing clothing, but we can't have
naked Japanese guys
naked
in a
Japanese men.
PG movie or whatever.
So we're gonna put on some weird aprony things over them.
Yeah.
Real weird. Anyway, which I never understood as a child, but then I get like, oh,
turtles are naked.
Why didn't you just put pants on all the turtles? Like Michelangelo said it, so why did you go, all right, I'll put a towel around myself. That's all, just whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she gets railed out by this dude, and therefore is now in love with him, even though he's apparently very stupid.
It's called penis love.
Yeah.
Love sickness.
Dick drunk?
Yeah.
But then she has to take this dress, which she borrowed from someone else. By the way, if Christina Applegate does not live there, and she lent Selma Blair this dress, didn't she have to bring that dress over to the place where she lives? Because they left from her house, ostensibly? We don't really know, I guess.
We don't know.
Anyway, so she lends this dress, but she let this man just shoot ropes all over it.
Yeah, ropes.
Like, was he...
Superman at Hope.
Were you still wearing the dress, or do you, like, aim for it to not put it in your bed? Like, what kind of...
Yeah, you really have to... Like,
and he's the dumb one.
Yeah, well, maybe he got it on the bed, which meant he got on the dress, because the dress was on the bed. Because he just went, raw.
There was an amount of material on that dress.
Yeah, I know. Like, he just, like...
One would say he didn't put it anywhere else. Because puddles, sir.
Like, she was just like... He's like, move, move, move. Like, a very,
like, that, yeah.
Hancock moment was like, you gotta move, you gotta move.
Mountaintop! Nobody saw that movie. And that's an extended scene in the deleted scenes.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is.
I remember seeing that in theaters.
Really? Are you sure you saw it in theaters? Or you see?
Yeah, I remember seeing it in theaters because it was more like he said it, and all you saw was the shots, like bullets through the...
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to go rewatch that since I own it, because I'm a huge Peter Berg fan, right? Because you know he loves black people. I don't know that. That's really messed up. He just has that really Republican look about him.
Yeah.
You just kind of...
He's definitely pro-military.
Yeah, like a real Republican look about him.
And I think, what was it, when they were talking about concussions and football players, he's telling, suck it up. I'm like, dude, people's lives are being destroyed. Like,
that being said, I love Friday Night Lights.
Yeah. I mean, what was that? Battleship was fucking, like, he's like, oh yeah, let's just follow Transformers. Like, what? No.
It was specifically trying to follow Transformers in that.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this shit?
Anyway, Dry Cleaner, Dennis, your favorite scene in the movie. Your absolute favorite scene in the movie.
Yeah, where the owner is like, I don't know what this stain is. Let me try to be a detective and use my tongue.
No, if you tell me... You're jumping away. If you tell me what it is, then it's easier for me to get out. And she doesn't want to say. And then look... A classroom full of children walk in with their teacher.
Who knows Selma Blair, yes.
Which for some reason, the teacher knows Selma Blair because she taught her in the third grade.
And then after that, a priest walks in who happened to be super Irish.
Like so Irish.
In San Francisco. A Catholic priest. Super Irish.
Which I didn't know they had. I didn't know they
I didn't know that either. But it was
Catholics
like,
or the Irish.
And meanwhile, like, the guy is trying to scrape out his fingernails, and he's touching the kids, and he's like, he touched Selma Blair's head,
face,
poking at her. It's like, ew.
And then he licks it.
Yeah, it's like, ew.
Ew. And as far as we know, she never said it.
No, she's just like, I gotta go.
If she never said in the scene, maybe the cut before that, I don't really know. It would be really great if they made her actually say it in front of everybody.
It's just...
What? Yeah, I let a man... It's not even my dress.
It's not my dress, okay? And then by the time the kids are playing with the dress, rubbing it on their head and everything...
Oh,
like,
God.
Yeah!
Oh, that would be so horrible. That feels like something Ricky Gervais would do. So then we cut to not Selma Blair, Cameron Diaz and what's her face, Christina Applegate, who I will say
was it a road trip?
No. I just want to talk about this Chinese food restaurant for a second.
Oh, okay.
Because there's some stuff happening in the background here that I don't understand.
Yeah.
Like, okay, look, I understand like extra work is a bit hard. But, like, I understand that people who have other jobs or are trying to do other things are trying to break into it. I totally understand that. What was it? What was that movie? That was the WCW was in and David Arquette.
Ready to Rumble or I know what you're talking about.
I think it was Ready to Rumble or something like that. And like, look, I get John Cena was trying to make a little extra cash by needing an extra in the background of that movie with his dyed blonde hair. I get that. He was trying to be a wrestler.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, he was. You don't really see him. He's just in the background, but he's got.
Yeah, because it's like Sting's in there for a little bit. Diamond Dallas Page is in there for a little bit.
Yeah, but he wasn't a signed wrestler. Okay. He was just kind of there.
Yeah, because it was like way before. Yeah, it's still Attitude Era, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot about wrestling. Yep. But WCW is still around. So
right. So it's definitely still Attitude Era.
And Vince Russo is the reason why that happened, and he's definitely Attitude Era because he left there and then went to
WCW.
Right? WCW, and
then Hogan was like, "I can't work with this guy." I remember that.
Finger Poke of Doom was his. If you remember the Finger Poke of Doom, we're getting real wrestling talk here.
Yeah.
Jeff Jarrett and Hulk Hogan, and then was it? No, Jeff Jarrett was the other thing. I don't remember. Finger poke of doom was whoever he was. He's going against him, and Hulk showed up. He's like, "I'm gonna go against you," and then he poked him, and it was like, "It's an NWA trick, or NWO trick."
Yeah.
But they are A's. They have a lot of A, and they poked him, and he's like, "I am now the champ again. I'm Hulk Hogan. I'm the champ again."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's some Vince Russo stuff, bro. He says "bro" on his podcast a lot. You know what I mean, bro? Talking about it, bro. Let's talk about this Kevin Owens, bro. He's a real annoying, obnoxious cat. I wonder if he has a woman that loves him.
Wow, that is a statement. That is a harsh, judgmental statement, sir. But I allow it.
That was an inquisitive...
Because if we're talking about the same guy, if I remember right, like literally years down the road when WCW was falling apart, that's when Kevin Nash took over, like behind the scenes.
He's one of the people that take over.
Right. Someone from the WWE left and joined WCW, and he was the guy who was...
He was the writer who put the belt on himself.
Right, and he was also the story guy. He did the stories.
Yeah.
And there was a story where Hulk Hogan's like, no. And that's when he quit. Hulk Hogan's like, I'm done.
That's
when he walked out.
It was him and Bischoff.
Yeah, he's like...
We're getting really into wrestling here.
He's like, oh, dude, he literally was like, I'm breaking the fourth wall. What are you doing? I'm out.
He said this crap, but he says it was a work the whole time. He was supposed to do that, and he took the belt, and Jeff Jarrett won, or Jeff Jarrett was supposed to laid out, and then Vince Russo came out, and he wasn't supposed to necessarily come out, and he said this is all crap, and then the two of them leave, going like, whoa, and then he's like, and then they start another match, and then Jeff Jarrett wins or something like that, and that's the belt.
Right.
It was really dumb.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this dumb movie. Oh my god! One of these days, I'm gonna get a WWE Network for a month, and I'm gonna talk a whole lot of wrestling by accident.
Let me tell you, behind the scenes stuff is so entertaining.
It's so much better for when,
like the wrestling itself is just
boring.
Yeah,
but
only the stuff that's not wrestling. When the Attitude Era, when everyone comes out, start beating the hell out of each other. You got The Rock doing this. You got Stone Cold. You got Triple H. Just that's craziness is so entertaining. But the stuff behind the scenes is so intense.
Yes.
The actual wrestling's like, I don't give a shit about.
Yes. Anyway.
Yeah.
So this Chinese food restaurant where these two are having lunch in the movie that we are now talking about again.
Yeah.
There's a dude that looks straight up 90s. I mean, but he's like a big Afro black dude just hanging out with some people. And I was like looking at this dude. I couldn't stop looking at this dude. He's like, oh, he's got there's a black woman next to him. I'm like, all right, I guess. And then I noticed that there's a guy sitting directly in front of them at the same table with headphones on. I was like, why is this man wearing headphones? And then I look down. He's got a keyboard. This man is composing music at this table while he's supposed to be working, being an extra.
Yeah.
He's got a side job. He's probably the D-bag who wrote the score for this movie, working on the job.
It's like, we just need someone there. No one's going to pay attention. They'll be staring at Cameron and Christina. It's like, no, they're not. No, I noticed him. He broke the wall for me.
He broke that fourth wall. It was really weird, because they're not acknowledging that he's just... Nobody's acknowledging that there's a man playing music.
Because all this for the sake of this argument. It's the black couple. I don't know if they're a couple now. They could be friends. Whatever. They're just there at the table.
Those blacks. The blacks.
Wow, I'm not gonna say that.
There's only two black people in the entire scene.
Yeah, you're right in that scene. But it's like they're doing their thing, and they're kind of like, okay, who's this guy on the keyboard just like pounding away, writing side notes on a piece of paper, pounding away.
It's making like liner notes.
Yeah, it's like no, let's do this like looky here. It's just.
Like, what is he doing?
Like, okay, this is weird. You're really not like.
Yeah, and everybody's just.
And
okay
he just takes off his headphones. So it's like, listen, just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I've been in Chinese food restaurants. Sometimes it gets really uncomfortable when the waiter hates you, like that noodle house.
Oh god, that guy's an asshole.
And if I showed up there with a keyboard, which by the way he had to walk into this restaurant with, keyboards are not small.
No, you're sitting there like, excuse me.
He just walks in. It's so big it has a headphone jack.
Because when he puts it on the table's gonna like lean a little bit. Like,
it's gonna take up all the space.
Yeah,
you cannot do communal eating.
Yeah, and I like how they went to a dim sum restaurant, which I want to try one day. There's a bunch on 27. 27.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I feel if I go in there, it's like, and it's gonna be like this thing where you don't understand me. And I don't understand you.
Or it's going to be real obnoxious like the Korean barbecue that was crazy expensive. And it's like, I just want to eat
I just want the experience and try it out and be like, okay. And there's going to be a lot of things like you bite into it. Oh, it's a dumpling. This has something nasty in it. No.
Yeah, no, it's like
going to... like, oh, no.
It's like going to Japan and playing the IGN game. Is there fish in this?
Yeah.
Oh, jelly donut. There's fish in this.
Yeah, you sitting there, oh, this should be good. The outside is covered in sugar, and you bite and there's meat. You're like, no.
Not doing it.
No.
Not doing it.
Sweet and meaty is not good.
I've had your weird buffet Chinese food desserts.
Yeah.
They're all gross that we have to put flavor enhancers on. Which, if you don't know...
AKA pudding.
If you don't know, it is the different kinds of pudding that you put on the
flavor
cake
enhancements
to make it taste better.
Yeah.
Not good, but better.
Better. Like, this chocolate cake should be good. Nope.
It
doesn't taste of chocolate at all.
That is a life hack for Chinese food restaurants.
Yeah.
You need to get a Chinese food restaurant with good puddings so that you can make their crap cake or cookies taste better.
And it's super dry, too. That stuff, like, just, like, ash in your mouth. Like, just like, okay, what is this? What is this?
Yeah, no, it's a real line from Game of Thrones. It's a direct line from... Anyway, so then we cut to... So there's this... Okay, this the scene with the golf driving range.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just...
Oh...
There's a moment, like, first off, you said the guy who's in the golf, getting the golf ball, and you're like, yeah, okay.
The white supremacist? Yeah.
Yeah, alright, well, yeah.
Yeah, we don't know that.
Look, all I'm saying
He's definitely
is,
a fan of the Dixie.
I had sympathy for him for a hot second, because he's just a guy, and you know they're all trying to hit him.
You're right.
He's got the whole cage around him, he's just like, please just let it go. I'm just doing my job. And then they go to a close-up of him, and yes, he's got
Confederate
the full-on rebel flag on his... Like a crappy version of it, like really tiny stars, on his hat. Yeah. And he's sitting there with his garbage teeth. Yeah. And he's drinking alcohol on the job.
He's got a fifth of something, like something hard. Like it's just like he doesn't care anymore.
And you sit there and you go like, I have zero sympathy for you because you're not a big fan of the blacks now. And if I saw you and I said you're racist, you go, I'm not racist. I'm proud of my history. You don't know the history. You got to learn about the history.
I'm pretty sure I know the history.
And then I would say,
sure I know the
I'm
history.
pretty sure it's just racist. Yeah. But please enlighten me how it's not racist. Yeah. And if you don't mention slavery, you're just whitewashing history.
No, it's states' rights, Jerald. States' rights to do what? States' rights.
All right, Tom Sawyer. Just keep saying it. Gonna whitewash that fence too?
Yeah.
So then there's my favorite scene in the movie, which I want to talk about for a good long time.
Okay.
The bathroom.
That decrepit bathroom.
So first off, they go on this road trip to Tom Jane's marriage. Well, not his marriage. Sorry, spoiler. He's the one getting married.
Spoiler in the minutes we're going to tell you soon.
If you haven't watched this movie already, what are you doing? Yeah. Anyway, so they're going to go to this wedding that she wants to go profess her undying love for Tom Jane, a guy she met one time in a dark, dank club. Which was
not a dark dank club.
Which should have been a dark dank club. Yeah. Where you do unspeakable things to other people in bathrooms that I'm sure smell real weird. Instead she...
Extra blood.
Yeah. That smell is... Why does it smell like lube and ass in here?
Well...
Well, if you're gonna try it. God.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they go on this road trip to drive. By the way, who has a bachelor party like 6 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, however many hours away from where you're at? It's a nightclub. Just go to a nightclub, whatever. Get some strippers. Import some strippers. Get one stripper and go to your friend's house.
Yeah.
Then pay extra and sleep with her because you'll never sleep with anybody else.
Yeah.
Guess that's how they anyway, so they go to this thing. And they end up having to go to the bathroom. And they end up in the men's bathroom. I'm not really sure why.
Yeah, because there's a woman in there, but she was like dropping a real big deuce.
Yeah. So they go.
She's like, "Oh, it's gonna be a long one." It's like, "Oh, jeez."
That's right. So they go to the men's bathroom, and there's 2 of them, but only 1 stall. So Christina Applegate is gonna demean herself.
She squats over the urinal.
She doesn't really squat over the urinal as much as she
parks her ass up.
Yeah. It's just kind of Yeah. And then lifts her dress to.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that works. I've never been a woman who had to pee. And then Cameron Diaz posts up in the stall.
She starts like looking around first.
By the way, first off, this is a very elaborately disgusting bathroom. Elaborately decorated, disgusting bathroom because it's got like literal.
People took time.
Yeah,
they took time.
Like it's got like real garbage in there, like real like. Some of this is garbage. Some of this clearly somebody left the door open and leaves just came in and just got rolled in here. Nobody sweeped it.
Right.
Nobody like does any kind of cleaning to this place.
No.
Not even like at a campsite where they just hose it down with no soap. No.
This will kill things.
Didn't even do that. But someone also took the time to draw, paint, and detail a yellow brick road.
Yes, that led to a puppy dog's mouth.
Right.
That
Which,
a
by the
gaping
way,
hole.
which by the way,
Yeah.
Cameron Diaz has looked. She walked in, sat down on the toilet.
So you had to see it.
And then looked at the thing, and then go all the way behind her.
Right.
Which, by the way, doesn't logistically make sense that the glory hole is behind her, because that means
Right.
it's behind the toilet. And I don't know if you've ever been in a public bathroom. I'm assuming yes, but I don't want to speak on whether or not you are public shy when it comes to doing anything in the bathroom.
When you have to go, yeah.
Some people are real weird about it.
Yeah, I know. Well,
I'm just saying. Anyway, so it's behind the toilet.
The spring wipes and sanitary napkins and whatever.
Yeah, just lay down that barrier of toilet paper. It's fine. Maybe you got those sheets they pull that just go over the whole bowl, and then you put like 4 of them on. You got to be real sure.
Yeah, because you know those thin whatever they're made out of is like, is that really going to protect me? Probably not.
Because it's not like a condom.
No, it's
because you can like triple bag. Don't double bag with a condom. You'll just break the condom and end up with a baby.
Yeah, or something worse.
VD?
Yes.
Oh man, Cameron Diaz so has VD in this movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then she's like, oh look, it's a little pup. What's happening here? And then at the same time, Christina Applegate has finished urinating on her hands, on her dress, on the floor. She's like, I'm trying to flush the urinal. By the way, how many people actually flush the urinal? And if it's not like, honestly, if it's like you pump the thing once and then you move on, if it doesn't flush, who
you
cares?
don't sit there and try to play with
urinal.
it. No.
So you're sitting there really trying to flush the urinal. It's not like you took a crap in the urinal, which, by the way, if you did that, you're a garbage human being.
You are a horrible human being.
Because somebody has to pick that up.
Yeah.
And she's really trying to flush it, and she's like really trying to do damage here as Cameron Diaz keeps looking further and further into this hole that is clearly a glory hole.
Yeah.
We all know it's a glory hole.
She's like, I never heard of it before.
And then for some reason, she's like, what? And a dick comes at her, which logistically does not make sense, and we're going to get into in a minute. But seconds later, Christina Applegate breaks the
flushometer.
The flusher thing, and water is everywhere. She's getting sprayed down.
The
like
amount of water that's coming out of that outlet is like ridiculous amount of water.
I want to point out, that was funny.
Yes.
That was funny. Screw you for not laughing at my civil rights leader joke.
Wow.
Anyway, so they get knocked down, just all over the slip and sliding all over the floor of this horrible bathroom. I've been in a public men's bathroom.
Yeah, you don't want to like really touch anything.
Anything.
You don't even want to step on it, even with your shoes. You're like, oh, I feel sorry for my shoes.
Even in the clean ones, even the ones that smell like bleach. You're like, still don't want to touch anything. Yeah. I don't like. Yeah, that's why
bathrooms are horrible. You just realize how filthy human beings are just by bathrooms.
Yeah, it's like public anything. You realize how deplorable people are and how horrible they treat everything. Like, oh man, public bathrooms. These are the worst things in the universe.
Yeah.
Or like you go to a computer lab, right? Make a touch the computer lab, and like the computer is the slowest, worst thing ever. No matter how new it is, it still works like garbage because everybody's decided to let's go look up pornography in the back of the computer lab because it's late at night and this is a 24-hour computer lab.
And that's the thing. That's the thing too. It's like, okay, you better not be doing what I think you're doing.
Please don't do that.
Please don't do that. Please have enough decency and be like, no, I'll just bank this from my head for later.
Yeah.
Like, no, because it's like, no one's here. No one's going, oh, I see you. You fucking freak. Get the hell out of here.
Yes.
Ugh.
Anyway, so it's just gross, and they eventually leave, and we're now going to talk about how, like, now she's cataloged as running away from the Pedingus, but the thing that doesn't make sense about it is the only thing that's on the other side of that is the women's room.
Right, it would have to be.
So that Pedingus came from the ladies' side of things into the gentleman's room.
And normally how they build that, they usually build it back to back. So you're like the same stall will be behind the woman's stall.
So is that woman dropping deuces?
Yeah, she has a penis.
She got a full-on wangus?
Yeah, that's weird.
Or maybe she left. Maybe she finished.
And then some dude's like, well, there's women in the men's room. I'm going to go in the woman's room.
Oh, and I'm going to try to get him to play with this yellow brick road.
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's blonde. This movie is very much a chronicling of blonde people and how they mate.
Hitler's weird wet dream.
Yeah, because you gotta have the mating practices of the follically inferior. Look, I'm saying dark is better. Do I know that to be true? No, but
well, nature kind of says that. But
nature does kind of say that about human beings, not about lions.
No, it was about lions. Because the darker manes were better. It was the lighter ones that were...
Oh, that's true. When it comes to the males,
yes,
they do pick the darker manes.
Yeah, because...
That is true.
Yeah, because the darker manes, yeah.
So the darkness made out, but the ghost is pretty much screwed there, right?
Yeah.
Luckily, they were man-eating lions.
Yeah. And the only reason why they were man-eating, because they had fucking tooth decay.
Yep.
Like, that's the craziest thing. I was like, oh...
Well, they don't cover that in the movie.
Yeah. You know what these lions needed?
But in real life...
Better hygiene.
Yeah, they just needed to get those bones and pick their teeth.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, they don't have thumbs, so they can't do that.
Yeah.
So they're just sitting there and they're like airing out they're like throwing out their clothes and they're wearing like real, like they're not even wearing proper underwear.
No. One's got a bikini on, the other one has some kind of weird sparkle top.
Yeah, and then boxers under her dress.
Yeah.
Which is
they were worse than granny panties.
Yeah, like
they were old timey because they're like men boxers.
No, I think they might have just been men's boxers.
Yeah, but they had like the button penis fly thing. Yeah.
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 For men.
But it looked like literally the way it was shaped. It had two buttons, almost looked old timey.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, it's for men. Yeah, yeah.
Which, by the way, is one of those continuity blips because the way that she was urinating...
She had like a thong or something.
She would not have had those on.
Yeah, yeah.
Without just ruining them. Anyway, so they decide to drive. It's a bit of a blowjob joke with a biker, which is really stupid.
Yeah. He was getting way too excited, and I'm pretty sure once he takes his foot off the pedal, he would have slowed down. I don't know how bikes operate, but I'm pretty sure... Like, I don't know if the clutch
it's
here?
it's the handlebar.
Okay, so yeah, there's just...
The clutch is on the pedal.
Oh, pedal, and then, okay, yeah, so, I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, either way, he would have been dead, or severely
Especially
messed up.
With the tumble he took.
He would not have stood up immediately.
No.
Because you probably would have broken a leg. But either way, at least Christine Applegate felt a little bit bad about it. A little bit. Anyway, so they go to this woman... And they get some clothes, because we don't really care about that. No. But then they go to this wedding. They're at this wedding. They're this man's wedding. It turns out that's the thing. We thought it was the brother. We thought Jason Bateman is getting married. Turns out it was Tom Jane getting married. And I call shenanigans.
On which part? Tom Jane getting married?
I feel like they played a lot of cruel tricks on you.
Yeah.
Because it made it sound like that the brother was getting married.
Yeah. Because they actually put it that way in the club.
Yes,
I think they actually may have stated that in the club.
But the way they stated it at the driving range made it sound like that way because it sounded like the brother was depressed about being with a woman for the next 50 years.
Yeah, because he goes to the bride. It's like that was from Jason Bateman, so it's like okay, the fuck.
But then it was like to being with only one woman for the next 50 years, something like that, and he's like, that sounds depressing. He's like, yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
Either way, you thought Jason Bateman was a garbage person. He was just like, oh, I was getting this loveless marriage. But it turns out Tom Jane's the garbage person who's getting in his loveless marriage. Huh. So he was flirting with a woman at a club, and he was a garbage person because he was on his bachelor party. He was going to go hang out with his wife. Even though he clearly has now had feelings for this other woman who he can't shake. And even his grandpa said, go after the blonde woman.
Just do it.
She is superior in every way to the woman you want to pick.
Fuck my dead wife.
Even though she's got a weird Cameron Diaz torso.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fucking weird, man. Her torso's not...
She kind of has the torso of a skinnier Chris Jericho. Like old man Jericho. Like current Chris Jericho.
Yeah. Yeah, that is weird. Huh.
Like it's a solid mass of person.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I can say about it. Anyway, so they sneak into this wedding after wearing the loudest outfits. Pink and blue. Bright pink. Fluorescent pink.
Yeah.
Straight up 1992 pink.
Yeah.
snap bracelet pink. That kind of era.
Like the Heart Foundation pink.
Exactly.
Bring it back to wrestling.
Uncle Brett. In the dungeon. R.I.P. Owen. Anyway, and then she like sneaks around in this and goes meets the bride. It turns out is that woman whose name I totally forgot. Who was in the thing. Parker Posey.
Yeah.
Who's in this movie for some reason. There's so many people in this movie for some reason.
She's in this movie for like just that bit and that's it.
For the part where they're like, we don't love each other, let's not get married, and then her dad...
And by the way, this whole entire time, I was talking to this guy on the internet. What?
Yeah, I know, right? Like, I was sleepless in Seattle. Not sleepless in Seattle. You've Got Mail in You.
What?
Best movie ever. You've Got Mail. Watch that movie and find out Tom Hanks
is a villain.
Is straight up Norman Osborn. He is a super villain. Bona fide. Yeah, anyway... So yeah, she's off like cheating on him with someone else. Turns out they're not really in love and they're just doing this for some reason. Why is it that all these movies end with somebody who's going to get married not getting married on their wedding day?
Because they need him to.
I know, but on their wedding day, you can't get refunds from that. They got the chafers out, man.
Here's the thing. Most of the time, the couple who breaks up is not paying for the wedding.
That's true.
It's always someone else.
Their parents.
Yeah, exactly.
This is why the parents are pissed. In this movie, they at least express that.
Yeah. He tackled him, 3 times?
It was at least twice.
Yeah.
And he kept talking about him.
Yeah.
He kept going up to him and insulting him in his face.
I'm going to kill you. I'm going to drown
you're
you
garbage.
in your own blood.
You're a garbage person. I'm going to kill you in your sleep. I'm gonna pay Mike Tyson to come and punch you while you don't see it coming. He's going to sucker punch you in the face and he's going to bite your ear and walk off.
Say that you headbutted him.
He's going to Robin Givens you.
Wow.
Yeah, that's right, you sex pest. You're a garbage person and you know it. Mm. But yeah, so then they just parted ways and he went off and like, oh, I guess I'm going to go to Costa Rica and hang out with some lovely Costa Rican women. Does Bang Bros shoot down there? Can we get a little something going on?
What?
I'm sure they probably do.
Oh, God.
I don't really know. I don't really care.
Yeah, that's one of those things you don't want to know.
It is weird. It is weird that I went to school with a girl who worked for them, though.
Behind the scenes. Behind
the scenes, not on camera.
Yeah, you gotta really stay there. Be like, what?
And we weren't friends, so I did not get a free lifetime subscription. Although that would have been helpful. Even if you don't want it, it's like you get like a wife or something like that, and she's like, "Why do you still have a Bang Bros subscription?" It's like, it's a black card. You don't get rid of a black card no matter what it's to.
Yeah.
I got an unlimited subscription to a thing I don't have to pay for. Who cancels a thing they don't have to pay for?
Was that Jay Quest had that or no? Does he have that or no?
No, but he knew her too.
Okay.
We both knew her. He was just, he was more friends with said person who worked at said thing.
Yeah. Right.
Company of sorts. Anyway, I would like to take a tour of the offices, though.
Any couches you don't want to touch?
No, I don't want to sit or touch on it.
No, you can sit there. No, I'm good. Why? I'm good.
And I will think twice about shaking anybody's hand.
Yes, I know how this plays out. I'm good.
I like to say I would think twice about it, but I'd do it anyway because I'm a gentleman. Also, Purell exists.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's the kind of place that has it in every bathroom.
Like every corner has one of those sanitizer machines.
They have dispensers
the hand
on the
pump.
wall. Yes. Or even better, the ones that just are motion sensors. Oh. You don't have to touch anything. Okay, I got it. There's a little puddle of it on the ground because everybody moves their hands too fast. Anyway. What was it? And then Selma Blair at work. After they ruin this man's wedding, who turns out he ruins himself, they also call Selma Blair at work. At some point in this movie, and she goes.
Yeah, she's banging on her freaking boyfriend.
She's banging the boyfriend who's in a full-on flying elephant costume.
Who looked like, was it Spyro, you said?
As in Spyro the Dragon.
Yes.
But an elephant version of Spyro the Dragon.
The color scheme
purple,
and everything.
Like, he's got the tiny wings, he just has a trunk.
Yeah, that's all. If you had like a dragon's head, he'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really would.
It's like, hey, let's change this so we don't get sued.
Yeah.
Because Sony will sue the pants off of us. Because we are made with someone. I don't know who made them.
I was going to say. It'd be funny if it was Sony that made them.
Yeah. Because it's like, well, this is a kid's game.
Yeah.
Let's not have our mascot have unprotected sex with a grown woman in a upstairs room.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, you cannot logistically have sex in that thing.
No. He's just got a lot. He does a lot of squats.
Yeah, but no. There's the leg strength of which he is totally
and then
carrying her. She's like 100 pounds, so it's fine. But there's that.
She was hanging from something from the ceiling, like a pipe or something like that.
She was, which is dangerous because you could just put all kinds of whatever all over the ground. I assume water because you just ruined the fire.
I hope it's I hope it's not a gas line.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
No, but just because he's wearing the costume.
Yeah.
It has a gut in it.
Yeah, but there's no entrance or exit for the penis.
And the gut is still out there, so you can't.
Yeah.
You can't
swing it around. It's like, swing it. Yeah.
But there's no hole, and you can't. Look, I don't understand Furbies. Or not Furbies. Furries.
Yeah.
I don't understand Furbies either. But I don't understand furries. So I can't. Like, I've never built one of those suits.
Well, I think most furries they don't have a lot of stuff in the front.
No, because they need to do it for a
right.
thing.
Like, they have tails and stuff like that, but that's all back.
Yeah, they could have their scriffing or scritching or yiffing. I watched one episode of CSI.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
It was a bit weird.
I have a fetish
there was
mascots.
There was a weird murder in there.
Yeah, I can.
Actually, there was a murder and a killing. The killing was accidental, which I still think I call shenanigans on that too. Because, I thought it was a coyote. It's a full-grown man who's on all fours. Where he can't be wearing the costume helmet because he's throwing up. I think you just shot a man because you could. Killed a man in Vegas just to watch him die.
Yeah.
Outside of Vegas, but Vegas PD still takes care of it. Well, technically Grissom takes care of it, and he's not PD. For some reason, CSI's carry guns in that universe and do detective work. And then for some reason, they also have detectives just show up and just go like, we're just here. Sometimes these crime shows are dumb.
Jerry Bruckheimer does anything besides that now?
Well, he barely does that. Is there?
Yeah, so it's like I don't know how many left.
I don't think there's a CSI on anymore.
You're right.
I don't know what he does. Does he do NCIS?
Maybe.
Of which they got rid of the I think, just to derail this even more, they were like more than halfway through the movie, but this is like a real budget movie because they go like two places and then it's over.
Yeah.
And they had the saddest. Okay. They got rid of the cute white woman on New Orleans. Who was from Dirty Sexy Money, who played the wife with the short hair.
Right.
I liked her.
Right.
I liked her.
Huh.
And I hated that show in the second season. Dirty Sexy Money was such a good show in the first season. It was so fun and stupid, and then they had to make him forsake his marriage for that other woman who was horrible, and we all knew it, and it's like, this, okay, that's where I drew the line, because then she, like, bangs the brother, or, like, look, this is, anyway, on this movie. Tom Jane finds said woman's information in a stupid book and goes to find her. And by the way, another one of those movies where the things they do is just a stalker thing, and it is not okay in the real world. Do not find a woman's address and then just go cop a squat in front of her front door until she comes home.
He has the nerve to fall asleep.
Right?
On the streets of San Francisco where there's tons of homeless people that can easily shank you and steal your shit.
Exactly. Luckily, he looks like Tom Jane.
So they always think he's homeless. Like, oh, he has no shoes or anything.
Exactly.
He's one of us. He's just
one of those guys who's wearing, like, destroyed sweatpants and no shoes, just hanging out on the street. You're like, no, he's Hollywood chic. You don't understand.
He's
like,
Tom Jane.
He's Tom Jane. So he's
like Arrested Development.
He's sleeping on this woman's doorstep. Yeah. And it's like, oh, God, it's fate.
Yeah.
He met it like, yeah, no, if I did that, the cops get called on me. If you did that, the cops get called on you, and then they go, oh, all right. It's cool, man. Just don't do it again.
Don't do it again. Okay, cool.
And it's like a 60-40% I get shot.
I feel threatened. I don't have anything, Jesus.
Yeah. So he just shows up and they're like, oh, and they have a little bit of a talk. And if you realize, we were at the end of this movie.
Yes.
They have a little bit of a talk, and it's like they talk around in circles, and they don't.
Does she realize? Oh, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, they don't really go, oh, we're totally going to connect now.
No, because they're trying to fucking like, oh, we're gonna do one, like blow you up. Oh, whoa, surprise!
And then it's like, oh man! And then he leaves. He walks away, and she lets him walk away, and she goes inside, and then she has that moment where you're like, oh my God, I can't do this. I've been obsessed with this man for a good 15 minutes. So I'm going to go find him. And then she steps out.
Yeah.
And you love this part because she steps out. She watched him walk away.
She saw him go up the street. When she
And
walks out
turn
the
around
door,
the corner.
she looks down the street. It's like because they're on a hill.
She looks both ways and
Yeah.
then in front of her.
She's an idiot.
Like she
Almost
doesn't
a
know
complete idiot.
it's a movie for blondes. And then she goes in the exact way she watched him go. Why did you look both ways? You didn't spend 15 to 20 minutes or 2 days inside. You know where he went. And then she follows him in a run fashion because it's a rom-com. So you have to do that thing where the one of the people runs to find the other one and they have a good embrace or a kiss. And they go, I love you too. And we're going to throw all these M&Ms on the ground. We're awesome people.
Wow.
That's a wedding planner throwback.
M&Ms.
I throw the brown ones on the ground because they're... I only eat the brown ones. That's what it is.
Oh. Okay.
That's right. Because they have less chemicals in them.
Yeah.
They go, well, that's not how candy shells work.
Yeah.
Because they're all white. So you have to dye all of them.
Yeah.
You are the reason why people throw candy on the ground. Perfectly good candy. Anyway,
When you go play bongos, naked, smoke your marijuana.
reconnaissance, man. Anyway, she runs after him. He's off buying flowers, so he wasn't going to leave anyway. He would have come right back to her. He knows where she lives.
Right.
If she blew him off, he'd probably get a car. Tom Jane even owns a car, and to just sit outside her apartment, like across the street, just watching, leering at her front door till it opens, hoping she comes out of it so he can accost her in other ways.
Wow.
He's a sex pest and a
Sex
garbage
pest.
person trying to get with this girl who clearly he knows he's going to get married.
Yeah.
Nope. Maybe he just wanted her large breasts. That's right. Cameron Diaz's large breasts.
In what universe is this?
Compared to his wife.
Oh. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
It's not Laura Flynn Boyle, who's a very skinny woman.
Dude, she's fucking Skeletor's sister. Come on now.
She is. She's very skinny. But still,
Yeah.
and I'm not hating on what's-her-face, whose name I keep forgetting.
Parker
Posey, because I just want to call her Piper Perabo. That's my choice.
Yeah.
I like Piper Perabo.
Yeah.
Shut up. Deal with it. Anyway, so they have their dumb little run fest. He runs back. They hug. There's a bit of a kiss. She says it's garbage. They kiss again. She says it's garbage. They kiss again. She says it's garbage. Then she walks off. Cut to, we're back at this interview stage where he says that she's a horrible person.
Circle.
Right back to it. Guy from Warehouse 23 is not a crazy person anymore because we all know she's a horrible person.
Too?
She's a horrible garbage person, and we knew that from the beginning.
Garbage people.
But it turns out it's a misdirect. She's actually behind him with a hand puppet. And we did the hand puppet thing because it's cute.
Yeah, you know that hand puppet was like sexual things were done to the hand puppet.
You know they were. Probably by that big dumb elephant man.
Want to see something funny? Like,
You want to see my hand puppets? Anyway, he's a villain of this picture. Yeah, and then and then oh god, turns out they're married. Yay! That movie was an hour and 24 minutes.
Yeah.
It couldn't make the 90-minute mark.
I think all rom-coms should be that short.
Yeah, they should be. It's real bad though.
Just stuff it in there. We don't care. Stuff it in. They'll just like, oh, lovey-dovey shit. We can do this.
They tried so hard to be the Farrelly brothers.
Yeah, they did.
It was such a concerted effort and kind of a total failure.
Yeah.
But it was it was so bad. And and then there's for no good reason they don't really talk about why Christina Applegate's car was just garbage.
Yeah, because I think they're trying to say like most women are just slobs in cars.
And I
think they were, which I can say, yeah, I've had that experience.
I can validate.
Because it's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna do stuff to think. Well, I've also seen dudes who treat their cars like a garbage disposal too.
Yeah, I'm not one of those people. I keep my car very nice.
Yeah, like God, Brendan. Remember that truck, that Jeep that they both shared, him and his brother.
It was an Explorer.
Yeah, it's the Ford Explorer.
And it's like there's a discarded bra back here.
Dude, there's like cans.
There's cans. There's bottles. Yes.
You would sit on the seats. You're like, why is it damp? Oh, I hate you.
And the seat was broken at one point.
Yeah.
I remember having to drive the car with a broken front seat.
It's like, oh yeah, when you start, you gotta rev it because it's a piece of shit. Because I didn't take care of it. It's like, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta rev it or it cuts out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, her car's just garbage. Or just like there's like all kinds of stuff in it, and you think like, oh, well, she's got this boyfriend. That, by the way, we never discussed the fact, and they never discussed the fact that she's got a boyfriend. They are apparently very much in love. He is a successful doctor.
Yeah, transplant specialist.
Yeah, and they've never banged.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna
because she doesn't want to ruin it.
Yes, I'm not going to. I'm going to be what is called a horrible, horrible man right now.
Okay.
And be very superficial.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And,
like, no way in hell.
Not even that, but like I've seen all three of these women, and I'm not going to hate on Selma Blair. She seems fine. I liked Hellboy.
Right.
I don't like Cameron Diaz, and I never really have.
Yeah.
But of the three of them, I don't. It's Christina Applegate is the best looking one, and not just because it's the best of limited options, but legit because she's the best looking one. And come on,
right?
You're gonna try.
Yeah, but maybe he's one of those guys. Like, listen, I'm not the greatest looking guy. She can do a lot better than me, so I'm just gonna go with it. Yeah, as long as I'm with her.
He's real doughy. He's real doughy, and I get that. But you have money.
Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm doughy. Oh, what is this money out of my ass?
It's like,
money.
Just give it a try.
Oh, money.
Give it a try, because honestly, she can leave you. It'd be fine. You just start saying, you go to clubs and you're like, yeah, I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor. You roll up in your like Mercedes SLK, top down. Is that a I don't know. Real expensive sports car Mercedes.
Just naming off letters. Like,
No, SLK is a thing.
Yeah, but
it's really expensive too.
Yeah.
It's got a super big engine in it, and it's really sporty. I don't know if the top comes down.
Oh.
I'm just saying. Yeah. Anyway, you buy one of those things. It basically says, "I've got all the money," and then you'll be like Tony Stark in the first Iron Man. You'll have Leslie Bibb all over you.
Yeah.
All over you.
Yeah.
And then for some reason she showed up in the second movie in Milan.
Yes.
I don't know why.
Justin Hammer.
That's not how reporting works.
Yeah.
They don't just send you there.
Because Hammer is like, oh, you want to fuck? It's like, yeah, I'll fuck you, but you have to like bring me to this place.
Yeah, look.
Justin being Justin.
Look, I don't want to talk bad about that dude from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but and he has a lot of money, so that is true.
Yeah.
But that's Leslie Bibb.
Yeah.
She can do whatever she wants.
Well, she did mess up. What was his name from Talladega Nights? What's the guy?
John C. Reilly, or technically she messed with both of them.
Yeah, well, I was thinking of
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell's character's name.
Ricky Bobby.
Ricky Bobby.
Like to go fast. Fast. Anyway, but I'm just saying, objectively, mathematically speaking,
right.
Christina Applegate is the superior in looks to the other people in this movie.
Right.
So he's going to try.
Yeah.
Now, she might be like, I got a headache, but that's on her. She could have a headache all the time, but he's a doctor. At some point, he's going to try to diagnose you with brain cancer. What do you have all these headaches for? Have you gotten a CT scan? Maybe an MRI?
It's like, why, baby? You have too many headaches.
You have too many headaches.
Too many headaches for my liking.
It's like all these headaches. Although I went with genuine concern, and you went with, you better take your panties off. Or we're going to have a problem. Although he could just cite the thing that alleviates headaches is getting down and dirty. Scientists say. I'm sure they're male
I know
scientists.
this. I'm a doctor.
Doctors say. Male doctors say. I'm sure. Anyway. But yeah, this movie was real dumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Next movie will be much more fun. Says I.
What's the next movie?
It was Step Up 3D.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Because that movie is super dumb. And there's some behind the scenes speculation that I have about that movie that we'll have to just go into.
Okay.
because I have some thoughts on what the people who are writing this movie versus the studio who made this movie thought they were doing.
Oh, that's going to be interesting. I'd like to walk on this adventure.
Yeah. So this movie was garbage. We're now on YouTube.
Yes, YouTube stuff.
So that's a thing.
Check it out. Was it Un Potato?
Is it,
Uno Potato.
Uno Potato Media?
Yes.
Just type in the Uno Potato. I'm sure if you type in Uno Potato.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of
not
channels.
Yeah. There's not a lot of... there's only one, in fact. There's only one potato.
Ooh.
Boom. Spanglish. I belong on Mundos. Or MTV Tres.
Dropping bombs, sir.
Exactly. Spanish ladies. Where the Spanish ladies? Where's Shakira?
Penny dropper.
I don't know what that means. Where's Shakira when you need her? You know, it was weird watching Zootopia. That's straight up Shakira.
Oh, yeah. Was it Gazelle? Yeah.
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 Her hips did not lie.
No, it was interesting how they made her Gazelle. I don't know why.
I don't either. Anyway, go watch Zootopia too.
That's actually a really good film. Check it out. Seriously, check it out.
It gets real in the middle.
Oh, it gets real soon. Even when they're little kids and the whole this and that. You should lower your expectations. And that's the thing that hit me. I was like, wow.
Yeah.
It's like, no, you should just settle and lower your expectations. Like,
so
holy
I know what
shit.
you're thinking. There's zero connection to this. What are you possibly talking about? The answer is Jason Bateman.
Yes. Yeah, that's the connecting. Yeah.
He's strangely playing a black man in this. Anyway, bye.